Good morning, it's the start of the new month and I'm so excited to just go through this day with you and prepare for it. If you're on YouTube, like in any sense, you always see people doing monthly resets. I do monthly resets, but to me, the purpose of a monthly reset is just like to get back to ground zero, kind of like touch base with everything we've got going on, touch base with everything that's going to be coming up in the future, get feedback under us. And today's a Sunday, so it just feels like extra perfect. A Sunday at the beginning of August, salt air. I'm taking a slow morning, as you can see, just drinking coffee. I'm gonna go sit on the couch and probably either start a book or do some computer work after we're done talking right now. But I wanted to start with a quick reflection of the past month because I feel like it honestly was a really good one. Like July, it's cliche to be like, oh, July flew by. July is, I think, the month that felt the quickest to me so far this year. Like I kept having to recheck with myself of like what day it was because I was like, wait, no way. But I had some super highs in July. My mom came to visit for the 4th of July weekend. That was such a fun weekend. I ended up not videoing it, but it was such a great weekend. We went and cheered for the Peachtree Road Race. We went to a Braves game. We went to different restaurants. We tried some new restaurants. We walked around a lot. Like we just had a great time. Last weekend, we went to North Carolina and spent a lake day with my family and just got to see more of my family too. So that was really fun too, especially to fit both of those things into July. I feel like I've been just relatively happy lately, which is always a win. Always appreciate that. And then I also feel like with social media, like YouTube specifically, I feel like I've been really proud of like thumbnails lately, and I've really been enjoying videos I've been putting out, which usually is true, but sometimes there's a spark and sometimes I'm like having to force the spark a little bit, and I feel like the spark has been there more so lately. I just feel like the videos I'm really enjoying. The thumbnails I feel like are just more fun for me. I feel like sometimes in a creative process of like vlogging and then editing it and then packaging it to post, sometimes I feel like I make something and I'm like, I don't know if that's really like me, like what I was trying to make. And I feel like lately it has been. Like I feel like I've been really proud of what I've been putting out, and I've been feeling like each aspect of it I just am happy with. That's a great feeling. I also started posting more on TikTok again. It's so off and on with TikTok, but right now it's been on a bit. I need to sit down and like plan what I would like the content on TikTok to look like coming up, because as you know, like I fully went off of it a few months ago and I just like haven't really been posting on it all that much, but I started again and had some fun ones. So I feel like I'm just like enjoying things more. Some lows of July, I didn't study as much for my LCSW as I did in June. June videos are the ones where I was really like, I was studying. July, not so much. And I think it's just because my test isn't happening yet. And so it's like, okay, I got started, but I don't have like a push to get finished with studying and feel fully prepared because I don't know when I'm testing yet. This past week of work was super busy. There were 4 out of 6 social workers on my team who were out. You'll see this vlog coming up, maybe this Sunday, but I learned the lesson that if everyone else is taking a vacation or off for some reason, I'm going to be too. Holding down the fort, it's hard. Like I did it successfully. It just was a lot of busy days. And truly last night I slept like 10.5 hours. Like I was just so tired from the week. And then while sometimes it's good whenever months fly by, sometimes it kind of makes me a little sad whenever months fly by because I want to appreciate the season that I'm in at all times. And I feel like whenever things are moving fast, I just feel like I can't do that as well because like things are just moving so speedily, and so I don't have as many like slow moments to just like soak things in, which kind of felt like a low, but like I still had a great experience of the month. I would like to be able to like fully appreciate and like be present in each moment that I'm in. It is raining. I didn't actually know that. I knew it looked rainy. Didn't know it was raining, but we are gonna go grocery shopping bright and early on this Sunday morning. I ran to the car. That's why I'm out of breath. Bright and early this Sunday morning. I feel like our grocery shopping, it's been a while since I've actually talked about it. Maybe since like grad school even, but usually I've been going to Kroger lately. Before we go, we'll go through and clip every coupon that may possibly be relevant to our grocery trip. And then I feel like we kind of get the same things a lot of the time, but our strategy is kind of just to go around the periphery of the grocery store, because that's where you get like the most fresh stuff, like the produce, the dairy, like all of that going around the edge of the grocery store. And then there's a few things we'll go into the middle aisles for, like my oatmeal and things like that, but for the most part we'll just go around the edge. Why is Tony here? It truly feels like forever to me since I've done a grocery haul, so I set everything up. I'm excited to show you everything that we got. Today's total was $204, which honestly is the cheapest that we've had in a while, but it's also the first time in a while we haven't had to restock any like household items. That we haven't gotten 64 rolls of toilet paper. We did that recently and that really jacked the total up. I'll just kind of start on one side and go around. We got these hatch chili peppers, or just hatch peppers today. Zach's gonna make a chili with them, and so I was just excited about it. We got some greens to use throughout the week. This is the cold brew that Zach drinks every morning, Guacamole cold brew. He actually just made one for himself and is sitting outside right there enjoying it and watching the outdoors. Chocolate Fairlife, love. It's good to go in coffee. I feel like that's where I usually use it, and then the occasional glass. Since Zach's gluten-free, we get a lot of gluten-free products. This Bonza has been good for protein, fiber, and being gluten-free because it's made out of chickpeas. And then for the first time ever, we saw these gluten-free Mission tortillas that are chickpea. They have an insane amount of fiber per tortilla too. 7 grams of fiber, 4 grams of protein per tortilla. These guac were, as you can see, on discount. So, oh, also the groceries are wet because it's still raining. These guacs were on discount, so we got a lot of them. Look, there's more over here. And then for produce, blueberries, tomatoes, grapes. I got carrot chips for the first time. Usually I just get like regular baby carrots, but I figured I'd switch it up a little bit. Avocados, B-size potatoes. Zach uses them for breakfast. More grapes. And then there's some peaches back here. The peaches are finally good. It took them a while, but they're finally good. Zach got some cheer wine because he loves it. Some chicken broth. This is another gluten-free brand. Ciabatta rolls. We have bagels somewhere too. Oh, over here. Zach's gonna make lox bagels for a second once I let him back in the house after the grocery haul's done. So he's gonna make lox bagels with the bagels, the whipped cream. No, that's not what that is. Cream cheese. I just saw the word whipped. It's whipped cream cheese. Smoked salmon and capers that we have over here. The onions are gonna go, some of them's gonna go in the chili today, and then some maybe just on hand for other cooking. These are all chili items too. Corn, kidney beans, diced tomatoes, black beans. We have doubles of the black and kidney over here. These Zach really likes. I've drinking them sometimes, but not that often. Slate brand. They have lattes that have, as you can see, 20 grams of protein. I don't think we've ever had the sweet cream latte, so I'm kind of intrigued by that, but I did get a coffee myself at Kroger, so I'm kind of done for the day. The other coffees he got is La Colombe. We love these. We love this brand. Lots of eggs, as you can see. Those are for breakfast. My other breakfast item. This is my first time having this brand specifically, but the other week I got some chicken sausage that I was having for breakfast, just like heating 2 up. And so this one's actually frozen. The other ones I gotten were refrigerated, so I've never tried this brand before, but it's just a really easy way to get, 12 grams of protein bright and early in the morning. Sometimes I'll do like this chicken sausage with cottage cheese, which we already have cottage cheese, so I didn't get it this time, but not like together, just like as a side. This ground beef, as you can see, was also on discount. So we got, I believe, 6 pounds of ground beef, and we'll freeze a lot of it, but $4.27 for a pound of ground beef is really great. We try to get this kind of stuff whenever we can, especially if it's able to be frozen. Some chicken. I think that's the majority of the protein that we got because we have turkey that's already in the fridge from this past week that we'll use to make the chili today. Some pesto, some feta. I feel like that's just about everything, unless you see anything that I missed. Like I said, this is actually a cheaper trip than we've had in a long time, but I think we got everything that we need and pretty stocked up pretty well. I'm gonna put all of this away and then we'll continue with our reset. I've had to force myself to wait for this section because I've been so excited for it and I haven't even peeked. So I have not done anything without you. I have waited for you. Last month, I made myself a goals bingo for the rest of the year and we're gonna look and see what I can color in so far. Now last month when I made it, I didn't color stuff in quite yet. So there might be a few things that like I've done previously before July that we'll get a color in. You'll see as it goes. The mid-year reset is the one where we created this together, but at that time I hadn't decided on rewards because I didn't know what I wanted the rewards to be, and now I have decided because I was trying to think like it's not as fun for me to be like, oh, you can buy this thing. Like I couldn't come up with a good reward, but some things that I keep thinking in my head, oh, I should do this, and then I don't do it because I don't prioritize it. I'm thinking if I get 1 row of bingo, then I'll do a puzzle because I love doing puzzles, but lately it's just like I always convince myself in my head there's something better, more productive that I could be doing than a puzzle. So getting 1 row of bingo will have me do a puzzle, prioritize doing a puzzle, like put an audiobook, watch YouTube videos. I used to do so many and I haven't in over a year. So that's gonna be reward number 1. And then reward number 2 is gonna be to get a pedicure because since I stopped getting my nails done, since I started working in healthcare, I haven't really gotten my toes done either. And that one feels more relaxing to me than getting my nails done. Feels relaxing, can get, exfoliated, all of those things. So those are the 2 rewards that I've come up with so far. If we start just getting bingos bingos left and right, then maybe we'll come up with some more ones. But I feel like those are reasonable and like not too extravagant, but also things that I won't necessarily do without like an extra push. One caveat being, since we are going to be moving in the next couple of months, we'll talk about that later. If I make the first bingo too close to when we'll be moving, there's a chance that I'll wait to do the puzzle until I'll switch the order of them, because you don't want to move mid-puzzle. So there's a chance of that, but we'll cross that bridge when it comes, because I honestly have no idea. Like, we might be about to make a bingo, we might be nowhere close. Here is let me scoot over, the 2025 goal bingo. The one that I have filled in so far is get married, because duh, we've done that. We can just go down, let's just go across and see. 20K subscribers, not quite yet. That's like the ultimate goal, like that's the top. There's other stepping stones in this so far. Change driver's license name, no, not yet, because I need to do my LCSW stuff first. Get married, it's already done. Increase retirement contribution to 7%. I can mark this as done because I am actually at 10%, which I'm feeling very good about. Have a screen-free weekend, not yet. I'm planning on that being in August, in this upcoming month. Have not quite read 100 books yet. I'm at 70. Teddy's first birthday party will be in October. Get approved the test for LCSW. Hopefully that's coming this month, but we're not there yet. 17.5K subscribers. That's one of the stepping stones that I was mentioning. Not quite there yet. I think we're at 13.7-ish. Post 2 reading videos. Little secret, one's gonna be coming probably a week from now for you, probably next Wednesday. And then I'm planning on starting another one, but I haven't started it yet. So I think by the end of the year, we'll have posted 2 reading videos. Living plan for after October. I guess we can talk about this now. We are planning on moving. It'll be, I believe, the first weekend of October is when we are moving. I've been planning out like so many videos so that we can do this fully together. So it'll probably be a little bit after the first weekend of October that you'll see us moving, so that everything can be good for you to watch. But we are planning on not moving far, but moving to a 2-bedroom apartment, because it's about the same price. It'll be a little bit more expensive, but it's about the same price as what we're paying now. So we will be moving. We can talk about it more as it becomes like closer, but that's our plan. I've started a Pinterest board. We've like started thinking through furniture and things, and I feel like it's hard to be excited for a move for me fully on this end of it. Like, I think it'll be a good move. We wouldn't be moving if we didn't want to, kind of. And I think once we're settled there, like, it has very great potential. It's just really hard to be on this side of the move and be excited for it for me. And we also, this will be our first time moving with such a short turnaround. People do it all of the time. We'll have like 3 days overlapping. That's how people move. People do it all of the time, but we've always had like a week where we can be slowly moving stuff from one apartment to the next. And we have hired movers, so there's that part that'll help us, but it does mean like everything will get boxed up all at once, which I've never done before. And so that's coming up. But we do have our living plan for after October. We haven't actually signed yet, but we have our plan in place. Max the Roth IRA. Yes, that has been done. Free space, we will go ahead and color that. Buy new pillows. Wow, these were like randomized as I put them in here. Buy new pillows. Yeah, test for LCSW, not yet. Probably realistically, maybe the end of August, probably September is more realistic. 10K emergency fund, we do have. Change passport name, no, haven't started that yet. 15K subscribers, that's the one so far that we've been closest to, but no, not quite. Get LCSW raise, no, not yet. 3.5K from AdSense, not yet. 14K subscribers, I guess that's the one we're closest to actually. Visit a new city, not yet. Get annual physical, that's scheduled for September. Read 75 books, we're getting close to. And change social security card name. So all these are things that I want to be done in this year. Once I test for my LCSW, that looks like that's gonna be our quickest bingo so far. But I guess nothing this month. No bingos this month. Apparently this is just the spot of the video, but I'm back. I went and I walked for an hour. I was going to walk and read, but I ended up just walking and being on my little phone. And I'm gonna check my little Canva page to see what else we need to do for the reset so that I also can start editing this video, because I'm excited for that. From the goal bingo, you can kind of pick up on like the things we're focusing on for the rest of the year and some things that are upcoming, which will be August goals as well. I want to talk about August goals, but then I also want to walk through like planning on Google Calendar. This is a question I've gotten recently, and I truly live by my Google Calendar, and I feel like I'll reference it, but I won't necessarily show it, so we're gonna do that together as well. The August goals, things that I am putting out will happen in August, and we'll work towards making it happen. Testing for my LCSW, for my clinical independent social work license. I really want this to happen this month. I am not yet approved to test, and it might be towards the end of August that I get that approval. So it just depends on the turnaround time. It depends on what I'm able to do, when I'm able to schedule, but it's going to be my goal to do that test this month. If I go silent for like a week or so and you just like don't hear from me at all, especially towards the end of August, that might be what's happening. I would just love to test and have it be finished and done and have that license. I would love that. I have the goal to walk more often, not putting a number on it, just walk when I can. Sometimes laying on the couch and reading a book is a great thing. Sometimes I haven't gotten a lot of movement in a day and I can go walk on a treadmill and read a book, and it's like not, the hardest part is getting there. The hardest part is getting dressed and getting there. But then once I'm there, like it doesn't actually change that much for me of whether I'm laying on the couch or if I'm walking, other than the like literal benefits to my body and then getting the extra steps in. So walk more often. With that, on the health and wellness train, I want to continue my calorie deficit times high protein diet that I've been doing. I feel like as I've gotten more the hang of it, it just feels normal and regular. Like the calorie deficit hasn't been as difficult as it was in the beginning, just because in the beginning it was a change, it was a lifestyle change, and now we're chilling, we're pretty good. But I just want to make sure that I'm maintaining my habits to maintain the progress that I'm making. Something that's kind of a loose goal for August, I'm not like putting it on my goal list, but it's a loose goal for August, is that I am within touching distance of being 20 pounds down from my starting weight, which is a very big number. So it's like loosely on my goal is to hit that number. That would put me 20 pounds down in August. We'll see, but that's kind of a loose goal. This order is funny. I guess I could have put it second, but rework studying into my schedule. July, I took the month off from studying for my exam, which was fine. But if my goal is to get approved from the test and take it just as soon as possible, then I want to be as prepared as I can. So I do want to work studying back into my schedule. I don't think it necessarily needs to be 7 days a week like I had been doing, probably 6 days a week. I've been giving myself Fridays off. It doesn't quite need to be the June level, but I do want it to be in my routine. So maybe 3 times a week, like even if it's just maybe an hour after work instead of like the 2 hours that I've been doing, just like something that's manageable but still is making it be forefront of my brain and making me feel comfortable to the point to where I could take the test whenever I am able to. The last 2 goals are social media related, and so number 1 is 14,000 YouTube subscribers. We're getting pretty close there. I feel like with YouTube goals, it's like every goal that I have, I just kind of culminate into a subscriber goal, even though really subscribers is and isn't within my control. So like in practice, really what it's going to be is like continue posting consistently, continue posting creative videos, continue posting, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Continue posting videos people like, and usually that translates into channel growth, even though it's not like perfect one-to-one. So that's why that's my goal, but the action steps for that really are the things like I mentioned, like doing good thumbnails, making good videos, making videos that make people want to stick around. Those are my action steps for that goal. And then I'm actually getting really close to 10,000 followers on TikTok. Right now I have 8,900, somewhere in there. So I'm just over 1,000 away, which 10,000 on TikTok matters because that's when you can be in the creator program for TikTok, which is not something that I've ever really thought about as having as a goal. The follower growth recently happened whenever I posted an apartment tour video that like we did well, and it kind of like ignited my spark back for TikTok, which sounds shallow to be like, oh, people liked the TikTok and enjoy the TikTok, and so now I'm more excited about TikTok. But it did kind of spark my joy back because it was fun like hearing people's opinions, like talking back and forth with people, and then realizing that people enjoy watching like what I made there and feeling proud of it. And like there were several videos after it that I just like felt proud of too. So I am having a bit of a spark come back for that. But with that, I don't know what I want to, like what I will be posting. So obviously the over 1,000 follower count is not gonna go up just from me hanging out. So I need to have like some sort of plan, but I don't have that yet. That's just a goal. These are less serious than goals, but they're just things that I want to try in August. One thing I want to try is either having a social media free weekend or a screen free weekend. I haven't decided yet. I feel like maybe social media free should be a week to like see how that goes. I don't know, to make it harder, but a screen free is also kind of difficult whenever weekends are the times that I have to edit. So I haven't decided which is like attainable while still being good, because it's gonna be a challenge no matter what, but I want it to be an attainable challenge. Maybe I can get ahead enough on like editing and everything that I could just do a fully screen free weekend, which I think could be really good for me. We'll see, but I think that could be really good for me. So I just want to try it out if possible in August. I want to try 2 new coffee shops, or I'll count it if it's like a coffee shop I haven't been to regularly, if it's not like one of my usuals. But I just want to get out, try good coffees. I feel like everywhere's having like really creative seasonal drinks and like fun menus lately, and it's just fun to get out and try them. So I want to try 2 new coffee shops in August. And then I also want to start blow drying my hair. Again, this is like such a shallow thing to try, but right now I really just let my hair air dry, and then sometimes I'll let it air dry and I'll be like, what are you doing? Like, why are you shaped like that? What's going on here? And I realized like I could have more control over how it's drying. I just like don't. And so I think that that might be a step that makes me feel like more put together, and I can still let it air dry like 80% or so and then just do the last part part blow drying it. My hair's too much to blow dry, like from sopping wet, but I'm just gonna try it out. Gonna see if my hair starts looking great this month, you know why. So with that, pull back out the laptop for what, time number 2. Showing my calendar is gonna be a little bit funny because I do plan like further in advance than a week. It's usually the Sunday before or sometime early in the week. I will sit down and update it for the week because anything too far in advance is just kind of like I'm seeing, but I don't actually know. So this is what my calendar looks like for August. As you can see over here, and this is something that I can find a video and put it down in the description of how to do this. I have a lot of different calendars that I have added over the years that all together make up my whole Google Calendar. You can customize the colors whenever you make it be a new calendar, and then you can do, as you're seeing, like I can select and see certain things at certain times, which is very helpful as well to me. And then down here you can see I even have like TikTok posting, YouTube filming, so that's like really helpful as well to have that as a tool to plan, but I don't always need like my YouTube posting schedule whenever I'm just looking at my calendar. So let's focus on this week. This month will be a lot, but since it's a Sunday heading into this week, let's see what I already have on here. I'll just put all of my calendars on. Okay, so as you can see, on Sunday and Wednesday are my plans for posting. On Sunday is the one that's literally posting today. It's ready to go, but it's like my audition to be your new comfort creator is that vlog. And then on Wednesday is going to be this video that I'm planning on posting. So it's kind of a quick turnaround. Hello in real time. And then you can see too that today I have filmed August reset, and then I'm going to film like a day's my average life. That's kind of what I'm planning for the next several days because I don't have this in the calendar yet, but we have visitors, family visitors coming this upcoming weekend. And so I just felt like it wouldn't make sense to do a full week. So I'm just going to do like some days in my life. And then this isn't as like set, but sometime in the later week, I'm going to start doing a like reading my physical TBR reading video that'll take several weeks. Like it'll just post whenever it's done, probably like at the end of the month or early next month, just depending on how long it takes me to get through it. So I feel pretty good about that filming schedule. That's YouTube though, that's not TikTok. I'm really gonna have to like sit down and like, I don't know, creatively plan what TikTok's gonna look like before I add anything into that. But since that's all good to go, I'm just gonna go ahead and take those off. This Friday is a payday, which is awesome. This work week is regular. Nothing is like too stand out about it. The things that I do have going on, at 5 on Thursday, we're getting our apartment inspected. So that's pretty important to remember. And that's just like pre-move out. It's pretty far in advance, but pre-move out so that they can see like all of the walls are still up. There's no like gaping holes or anything. That is what that is for. Workouts, I am gonna have to adjust because we actually are doing a different workout split than we used to, just to try it out. So tomorrow is gonna be, tomorrow's gonna be legs. We're doing legs, arms, rest, legs, arms, rest. And I guess it's really like lower body, upper body, rest, but it's easier to say legs, arms. And having a little bit different like goals, like one leg day will be more like squats and glutes, and like one upper body day will be more back and shoulders, and then the other one will be like chest and biceps. Like it still will have those splits, but just doing legs more often really is where this split changes things, and not having as many hyper specific upper body days. So with that, since it is my goal to walk more often, what do you think is realistic for this week? So I already did one. I need to give myself credit where credit's due. I did walk on Sunday. Do you think 4 times in the week? I feel like that could be, including today, so 3 more times. I think that'll be good. So I'm gonna put them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because then if that's the goal, if it gets pushed off, then that works. Or like if it can't happen, then that works, but those will be the goal. Some days I can, let me actually type a title. That's funny. Some days I can walk at work, which is incredible whenever that can happen. It'll be like if I'm documenting or something, I'll take my, and I know it's gonna just be like a long sit down time, I'll take my laptop and go. So I think that's gonna be like loosely my goal. So it's like first choice, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at work is when I'm walking. Second choice, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday after work is when I'm walking. And then third choice is like pushing it to Thursday or Friday as needed. Now I don't know exactly what we're doing this weekend fully. I know we're going to Barcelona Wine Bar at some point. I think it's Friday. I know we have a Braves game, but I think that might be Sunday. We're gonna go back to Chicheria, which was so good. It was such a good Mexican restaurant. I don't know exactly. The weekend is a little, since it's like vacation, but it's people visiting us. We in August are not going anywhere, which feels nice. It's been a while since we've done that. Okay, going down the calendars. Food, fun, school. I've been putting studying as school. I feel like I need to make sure my calendar matches my goals. So reworking studying into the schedule. I think I'm gonna do the same thing where the goal will be 3 times this week, since the later half of the week is when people are coming, we're gonna try for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and just do an hour of studying. I'm gonna do study videos is my plan. Like practice questions, that kind of thing. And then I have some lofty reading goals coming up to where I'm gonna put an hour of reading at the end of each night. We'll see, but that's the goal, so that I can like make it through the things I'm trying to make it through. I have several books that I want to read before starting the physical TBR, so that's kind of where that fits in. And then we'll just have to see for this weekend. I don't really know yet, which leaves about an hour and a half, just since like I'll also need to like eat and shower and those things, to edit through this week, which I put as things to do. So this is kind of just how I time block out, because obviously not everything is going to like be exactly these hours, but it does just remind me of like what, and this is a pretty standard, like there's less going on that's special this week to where I need to be like, oh no, I can't study from 5 to 6. When am I going to study? Like this is pretty standard. The weekend obviously will be different, but it's pretty standard. And I feel like this just reminds me to where I can look at my calendar and be like, okay, what were the things that I was working on? Because realistically, not every single day I'm going to be like, oh, I'm trying to walk more. Am I walking today? Like it just takes the decision out of it to where it's like, yes, I'm walking today. That's my goal. Like I'm doing legs today. That's my goal. Whenever I get home for the day, it's like, oh yeah, my goal is to study, edit my YouTube videos, and read. Like that's my goal for tonight. And on the days that it would need to be something different, then like I've already thought that through by the time I get there. I'm gonna make sure I'm not missing anything. Kind of zooming out to the month. I'm gonna take away workouts just because that happens every day and it kind of pushes out other things to where you can't see. But like next week will be a little bit different because I have a committee meeting after work, and then like I'm getting a facial because I'm gonna be leaving work early the next day. So it's just a little bit different routine. And so that's where this is helpful, because then I can see what I've got going on, what I need to do when. And then as I'm looking like, okay, which weekend may be good to do a social media free weekend, I'm kind of thinking it's gonna be probably the 16th and 17th. Like this upcoming weekend will be when we have visitors, and then the weekend after that I can have it be like a chill, unplugged, social media screen free weekend to the best of my ability. What I will need to do is sit down and see like when I'll be editing certain things, just to make sure that I can remember to have that push to where I don't need to edit that weekend and can be as screen free as possible. I feel like that's where like on like 7 days before I'm screen free, I'm not always thinking, oh, I'm planning on being screen free 7 days from now. Like that's just a lot of mental load to keep up in my mind. And so that's where then it comes up of like, I sit down and I look, okay, if that day is going to be screen free, then I'm going to be doing all of my editing through these days leading up to it. I feel like the only other thing I had on my like reset list, my monthly reset list, was book related things. But since I'm starting to do like more separate book videos, I think I might just leave those things there. I have a video coming up that's going to be a anticipated new releases video where you'll see me read 3 books. And then I have the physical TBR challenge that I'm going to have coming up. There's several books that I want to read before then that are kind of my like short TBR before I start that physical TBR. Honestly, just because 2 of them have just been on my library account for so long that I should read them. And I'm excited to. And then one of them is an arc that I want to read that I got in a Goodreads giveaway, and so I want to read it before it releases, you know, do my due diligence. So those books I'm gonna start today is Whistle by Linwood Barclay. I'm kind of worried because these are all like mystery, thriller, horror, so like what is it gonna do to my brain? I don't know. The arc that I want to read is The Grace View Patient by Caitlin Starling. And sorry, not like go too deep into plot, I honestly don't know the plot all that well. I'm gonna have to figure it out. And then Dying to Meet You by Serena Bowen. Those are the 3 that are on my shortlist TBR that I want to finish, and then I will start my physical TBR. So those are kind of the things going on. I feel like this video has helped me get my brain back together, back here, ready to start the week. What do you usually do at the beginning of a month to prepare you for the month? And then also, what do you do at the beginning of a week to prepare you for the week? Because a lot of the things resemble each other for me, with like the month being a lot bigger picture. I hope you have such a great month. August is a good one. I'm excited for it. I hope you're excited for it. Maybe big things happening in August. Maybe. We'll see. Remember, if I just like disappear for a few days, you know what's happening. But I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and I'll see you next time.